hit me with a copyright strike. What's up, YouTube? Speaking of the devil, what's up, YouTube? Yeah, I was just talking about you guys. I was just talking about how YouTube, last time I went live, they hit me with a copyright strike. And, like, I didn't get in trouble or anything for it. I had to mention, like, what songs I brought up. So I had to pretty much go back, listen to the broadcast, and then, like, do the entire process over again. It was just... I don't know. I don't get why there's copyright strikes. Like, okay, so this is probably going to be the first time that you guys hear me talk about something that is not, like... How can I put it? That's not, like, sports-related. And that's pretty much, like, you know, why do we have copyright strikes, like, in the first place? And I get, like, you know, protect the artist or whatever, protect the song. But honestly, in my opinion, I think it benefits the artist. It's because, I mean, let's think of it like this. If we turn around, you turn around, you listen to a song, right? Hey, and then you hear it on a video, you turn around. It's interesting to hear it because, like, you know, you like that song, and it's like, then the person has to take down that video because, like, you know, the song played or whatever. I personally, do I agree with it? Not really, no. I gotta hit the ID card.
What's a marvelous sound you'll hear on Wkcv LP 103.5 FM, La Plume, Pennsylvania. Only here will you hear the sound of the hills and the voice of
Alright, so you guys know the drill. We're gonna start off. I feel like I always start off with it. WWE anthem. And then I got a little surprise for you guys. I got a little surprise for you to open the show. Because I found this. And yeah. Y'all ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, my bad. Hold up, I gotta play that.
This is JT from Sports Talks. You are listening to Wkcv 103.5, the voice of Keystone College.
There you go, guys. There you go. And this is JT from Sports Talks. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wkcv 103.5. Welcome to Sports Talks, guys. And, guys, I am excited for virtually everything. First of all, guys, I got to start off elephant in the room. Huge shout-out to the Houston Astros. In case you guys didn't know, obviously I wasn't live last week. Huge shout-out to the Houston Astros winning their first championship as an organization. Huge congratulations to them. Gotta give big props to that team. They built a team that pretty much went in the NL. Like, I'll tell the story. They pretty much were one of the worst teams in the NL for a couple of years. I think it was like 3-4 years in a row. They were like 100+ loss team. And then they turn around. They turn everything around. They go into complete rebuilding. Pretty much like what the Cubs did, what the Indians did. Pretty much almost like what every team did. They went into a straight rebuild. And they absolutely killed it. So props to them. And man, I'm dead serious. I'm giving them a huge shout out. But guys, that pretty much means that one thing. That means one thing. Baseball season has come to an end. That means once transactions happen, guys, you are going to be the first to know from me. Whether it's on a Thursday or who knows, whenever it may be. But yeah, honestly, I got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. I got a lot, like, on my mind, I guess you could say, in general, because like a lot has happened, like, in this week, and yes, baseball has stopped, but at the same time, like, yes, I missed last week, and that's my fault. I do apologize about that, guys, because the reason I missed last week, I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. The reason I wasn't here last week is because I passed out, and I literally didn't wake up until, like, 8 o'clock, I think. So I was like, I was just like, alright, hey, I'll go live next week, I'll explain everything, but part of me wanted to lie to you guys, but I was like, nah, be honest. Alright, guys, so, nonetheless, guys, you guys know how the drill starts. It is Thursday night. Hey, and guys, tonight, I'm actually going to go ahead, I'm going to start off with the NFL predictions, as always. I know we've been starting off with NFL predictions a lot lately. It's just, to be honest with you, it's been the thing to really get this this entire show started, and it really is like really fun to make these predictions, and I've actually been doing like really well. I think like 2 weeks ago I only got like 2 wrong on it. It's like it's really fun to just turn around, call these games, and pretty much see what happens as everything progresses. And guys, real quick, I have a poll on YouTube. Or not on YouTube, on Facebook I have a poll. And it's pretty much, or a Facebook group, and it's pretty much Sports Polls Daily, kind of giving myself a cheap plug here, but, guys, if you guys are interested and you guys like sports, guys, by all means, join it. Like I said, that's Sports Polls Daily on Facebook, guys. It is a ton of fun, and it is literally, it's one of the it's probably really, or how can I put it? It's like really interactive. For like, I write a poll every day, or every so often I write a poll, and it's a case of like you can get in and you can voice your opinion. You can do whatever you want in there, or just keep it. Oh, all right, guys. But nonetheless, guys, that's enough with the cheap plugs. Here we go. We're gonna start off out west. As with these predictions, we're going to start off out west. Going to start off with tonight, Seahawks, Cardinals. Honestly, Seahawks, coming off a loss last week, obviously. A loss that you really don't necessarily want to see. From the Seahawks. It was to the Redskins. As much as it kills me to say it, I really, how can I put this? I like the Redskins. I really do. Part of me does. But at the same time, I don't like the fact that, I don't like their quarterback situation. I don't like Kirk Cousins. Is because I really think that sometimes the success, it does get to their head. But, I mean, honestly, who knows? It will be an interesting week. For the Seahawks, obviously, they got a chip on their shoulder. And you got probably 2 of the best cornerbacks going at it in the league, in Richard Sherman against Patrick Peterson. And honestly, guys, I'm going to go ahead. I'm actually going to say that the Seahawks, go ahead. They get it done on the road, and hands down. I've said it a couple of times. This is probably the best defense in the NFL. And I'm going to stick by that statement because literally you got 2 teams that have hard-hitting safeties. He's in the Cardinals and the Seahawks. But at the same time, for the Seahawks, they got guys who can literally go out there, force a fumble, get a pick, do what they need to do. And like I said, they know how to, play defense on that team, and I really do think that is probably one of the best NFL teams with the defense. And yeah, all right. And then you got the Packers and the Bears, and honestly, this is one that I sort of favor the Bears in, but at the same time, I don't necessarily favor them because honestly, it has been an on and off season for the Bears. Like, they have been beating teams that they are supposed to, and then they've been losing the teams that they were supposed to. Now, I get the Packers did lose last weekend, and they did lose to the Packers did lose to the Lions last weekend. I get that, and I believe the Bears were off last weekend, correct? Yeah, they were off. Yep, they were off, and literally Bears coming off a bye week. That should be good for them. I mean, this is all kicking off November 12th, and guys, if you don't know what November 12th is, guys, again, another cheap plug. It is my birthday, November 12th. Well, for those of you who don't know, so I'm hoping to go undefeated this weekend. Who knows? So that could be my birthday present from the NFL, from the show. I go undefeated in these picks. Who knows? So I'm gonna go ahead and, like I said, I'm actually gonna go ahead. I'm gonna say the Packers get it done in Chicago. I think that it's gonna be a good game. Then you turn around and you got the Browns against the Lions, and I'm actually gonna talk about the Browns in a little bit because I actually have a little bit of a question to ask you guys, and I got a little bit of a theory to go at it as well, because honestly, I think that this is a legitimate question, and it's honestly a legitimate thing now, as we're getting we're past the halfway point. As of this week, we will be as of this point, we are halfway in the season, and it's going to be interesting to see. So Lions, Browns, and honestly, guys, I really think that the Lions, they have everything going for them right now. Although I think the Vikings kind of locked themselves up as the top team in the NFC Central. Or NFC North, my bad. And I still got a little bit of baseball on my mind. I'm sorry, guys. Guys, but I really do think that this Lions defense is going to give a wild card spot a run. So I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to say the Lions get it done this weekend. And then, honestly, guys, I'm going to give you my straight opinion. This is not me speaking as a fan. This is not me speaking as a fan. This is me speaking as a straight sportscaster. Guys, I think that for the Steelers-Colts matchup, I think we're looking at the team that is probably going to win, in my opinion, the AFC crown. Obviously, yes, and I'm going to get a lot of ripping for that because everybody's going to be like, oh, what about the Patriots? The Patriots have the same record. Right? And I get that, all right? I get that. But for me, in my opinion, and I think the Steelers just have the better team this year, all right? They have the better defense a little bit. Brady has not been Brady, in case you can't tell. Oh, if he gets hurt, who's going to be the backup? Because they just traded Garoppolo. A lot of people are going to say it might be Edelman, and a lot of people would say that. But at the same time, it's a case of, like, I don't necessarily trust this Steelers team, or not the Steelers team. I don't trust that Patriots team to actually go ahead and get it done. Like I really think that the Steelers are probably the best team in the NFL today. And I think that they're honestly, in my opinion, I think they might be the favorite because they were the ones who pretty much gave Kansas City their first loss, and Kansas City was red hot, even without Eric Berry. And then pretty much you also got the Patriots. Yes, they're 6-2, but at the same time, they're going to be facing the Steelers in a couple weeks, in case you guys don't know that. Week 15, in December 17th, they're facing off. And honestly, I think that game in Pittsburgh is going to decide who really wins the AFC Divisional Championship game and really goes on to the playoffs, or goes on to the Super Bowl. Because I really think whoever wins that game, like that Sunday in Week 15, that could possibly decide who wins it. But as for Sunday, it's not the Steelers against the Patriots. It's the Steelers against the Colts. And guys, I really don't see myself picking against the Steelers anytime soon. And the reason being is that team, again, it's a team that is just too good, in my opinion. In both defensively and offensively, they got everything locked up. Yes, they had a little bit of a conundrum with Martavis Bryant, but still, if they can pretty much turn around and say, okay, we just drafted a guy in the second round in Juju Smith, and use him as a weapon, guys, that is intimidating. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Steelers go ahead and they win. Chargers versus Jaguars. I can't see this. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I really am surprised about how the Chargers are doing. Yes, they had an off week last week, but honestly, part of me did not expect the Chargers to go 3-5. I literally thought they probably would have only have had 2 wins, but I mean, the 2 wins that they got are against the Giants. And I thought that they were going to, honestly, that was the team that I thought they were going to beat. It was going to be the Giants that I think that they were going to beat, but I was wrong on that one. And thanks, New York. Appreciate that. But Sunday, it's Jags, Chargers, and I really like what Blake Bortles has done with this team. I really do. And I really think that this team, I think the Jaguars are probably like an underdog in their division in the AFC South, because in the AFC South, it's somewhat of a dogfight with the Titans and the Jaguars. Or Texans, they just lost to Deshaun Watson, and Colts, don't even get me started on the Colts. You guys know how I feel about the Colts. So on this weekend, I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Jaguars get it done. And I really do think that this team is, the division is definitely going to get a new winner. And it's not going to be the Texans, and that's a lot to say. But I definitely think that Jacksonville is going to be able to hold their own throughout the rest of the schedule. I definitely think that they are going to be definitely a favorite. I don't think that, honestly, I think whoever wins the AFC South is just going to be easy pickings for teams to come. Because, I mean, honestly, the AFC South, if you're not the Texans, you're going to get bullied by everybody else. So let's be realistic on that, folks. Saints, Bills, and honestly, guys, I think this one, like, a lot of these matchups that are happening, and I get, like, the NFL schedule is picked preseason, and then, like, you would have, like, the Patriots against the Broncos, and, like, two powerhouse teams going at it. This is Peyton Manning's old team. Let's throw them on because they're going to face off. No, I don't think to do that. Because, honestly, if that was the case, I think the Steelers would probably be facing in the New England Patriots on an 8 o'clock game, not a 4:25 game. Because, I mean, let's be realistic, folks. Folks, come on. And honestly, again, this game should really be a Monday night game because the Bills are doing fantastic, folks. Folks, 5-3. The Saints are 6-2. I'm going to make another bold prediction. I think that the Saints actually go ahead. And again, I'm going to get a lot of ribbing on this because, the Patriots are the best team in the NFL. They came back from a 25-point victory. Folks, I'm going to be honest. It's alright. Just remember this. The reason in that the Patriots won is that the Falcons do not believe in running. Okay? Even though they have the two best running backs in the NFL. I mean, they pulled a Seattle. That's all I'm going to say. They pulled a Seattle. They have two of the best running backs in the NFL, and they didn't utilize them. It's that simple. Yeah. That's why I honestly think that the Bills have a legitimate shot this year. They're playing amazing. Tyrod Taylor, he's definitely doing really well for this team. But they go up against New Orleans, and they obviously go up against Drew Brees. And honestly, Drew Brees probably one of the most elite quarterbacks in the NFL. Definitely I think one of the most underrated quarterbacks in the NFL. He definitely has the accuracy to get it done. And I'm definitely going to enjoy this quarterback matchup. But in the end, honestly, guys, I'm going to have to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Saints go ahead. They get it done on the road against Buffalo. But don't even be surprised if this game is a tie. This game is going to be really close. So it's going to be closer than the experts think. And then you turn around and you look at the next game. It's the Jets against the Buccaneers. And guys, this game, again, it's going to be another interesting one. And the reason I say it's going to be interesting is because of the fact that the Jets and the Bucs, two very young teams. And the reason, again, it's also going to be interesting, and some of you guys may forget, I believe that Ryan Fitzpatrick might be starting this weekend. And in case you guys forgot, Fitzy was a former Jet. So it's definitely going to be interesting. I couldn't tell you if Fitzpatrick's going to start, but honestly, there is something I want to talk about the Bucs, and honestly, this is a legitimate thing. And I honestly think that next year, and call me crazy on this, is call it unrealistic, call it whatever you guys want to call it, but I think that Jameis Winston could actually benefit if he got traded next year. And again, call it crazy, but I honestly think that maybe that the Bucs and Giants try and make out a trade for Eli for Jameis. Obviously, it probably wouldn't go straight up because of the age factor and all that. But honestly, I really do think that it is going to be interesting to see how everything works out with that team. And I actually do think that the Bucs could actually be looking to ship Jameis Winston out. Because honestly, he's underperformed. And let's be realistic, folks. This is the former number 1 overall pick. This guy was so overhyped coming out of college. Everybody was like, "Oh, this guy is gonna be so good." And I'll admit it, I said it this year. Before the season even started, I said, "Hey, watch, this Bucs team is gonna be so deadly, with everybody, there, or with Deshaun Jackson, the signing of Deshaun Jackson, Vincent Jackson." Mike Evans, that team is going to be a threat. And folks, they honestly, they proved me wrong. They disappointed me. That's the only way I can really put it. They disappointed me. And it's upsetting to say because, honestly, it's a young team. And I think that Fitz taking over, I think it's a good move for the rest of the season, possibly. But, I mean, does Jameis really have it? I mean, is this guy... are we really looking at a guy who can literally just turn around and be like, okay, I'm going to do really well out of college and then literally do nothing? And so, honestly, this weekend, and I'm going to go with the Jets because, honestly, I don't really trust the Jets. Or I don't really trust the Bucs anymore because, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be, impossible to see because of that quarterback situation. So... who knows? And then the Vikings against the Redskins and Redskin fans. And I would worry on that defense a little bit because Teddy Bridgewater is back. And there is some concern and there is some questioning as to whether or not he will be back to that old Teddy Bridgewater form. And personally, do I think he'll be back to that Teddy Bridgewater form. Honestly, I think that he will. I really don't think that he's going to miss a step. Because honestly, he still has some of the weapons to use on that Redskin or on that Vikings team. And I really, he know if Bridgewater can actually turn around and realize the weapons that he has, as in that he really hasn't missed much. I really don't think that Bridgewater is going to have an issue adjusting to, coming back and everything. And so I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to say the Vikings get it done. I really think that Bridgewater is going to have a good return game. And it's kind of a custom around the NFL because you have to, because like a lot of guys who come back, heck, they actually turn around and they have really good games. And so I'm not even going to lie about that. So, yeah, like I said, give me the Vikings on that one. And then you got the Titans against the Bengals. And honestly, I cannot deny success. I really can't. I'm actually really enjoying what Mariota's doing with the Titans and everything. I really enjoy how Eric Decker has played. I really think that this Titans team has done really well this season. And honestly, I don't know what has happened with the Bengals. This is honestly a team that has usually been a threat in the AFC North. But honestly, folks, I think the division might be picked. If the Ravens don't pick it up, the Bengals don't pick it up, even if the Browns don't pick it up. Who am I kidding? Browns are out of it. So, I mean, if the Bengals and Ravens don't pick it up, they might as well just give the division to the Steelers. I mean, give or take, that division is always picked because the Steelers are good. But sometimes you usually get a good dogfight for the first place, and who knows? Sometimes you usually get an upset, and you could get the Ravens in there, or you could get whoever in there, or you get to get the Bengals in there. But as for Sunday, I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Titans get it done. I think Mariota works his magic again. And I really think that this team is going to do really well. Now, next game I'm going to talk about, this really, honestly, last week I picked the Texans because I thought that Deshaun Watson was playing. And I'm not going to lie, I really think that Deshaun Watson is something special. But then I found out that he wasn't playing. And that, honestly, now changes my complete perspective for this entire season. And so, I'm going to go ahead, guys. I'm going to say that the Rams get it done, and especially since they beat the Giants last week 51-17. And honestly, folks, come on. You had 251 scorers last week in the Giants and the Rams. Rams scored 51-20 or 51-17. Eagles won 51-23 against one of the best defenses in the NFL. Oh, honestly, let's be real, folks. Because there's no way I don't think the Rams are going to cool down on this week against the Texans, especially with no Deshaun Watson and J.J. Watt. So, I'm going with the Rams on this one. Falcons, Cowboys, and really, Falcons, really. I picked you last week. Guys, I am convinced. I truly am convinced that there is actually a conspiracy theory whenever I pick the Falcons or if I pick the Panthers. Because whichever team I pick, if I pick the Panthers, they lose. If I pick the Panthers, they lose. If I pick against the Panthers, they win. If I pick the Falcons, they lose. If I pick against the Falcons, they win. So, Arizona, Carolina, do you want to tell me what it's going to be this week? Do you legitimately want to tell me? I mean, there's no Ezekiel Elliott, so, I mean, you can prove that you have the best running back in the NFL now. Oh, but wait, you don't like to run the football. Oh, you don't believe in that. You know what? I honestly think that Dallas's running game is legitimately backed up well because they still have Darren McFadden and they still have Alfred Morris, who are two extremely good power backs. All right. Hey, and I really think that Dallas can actually get it done this weekend because honestly, I'll say it like this. I think Dallas has the better team than the Falcons. All right, I think that they're going to be able to prove it this weekend. I think Dallas goes ahead. I think they get it done. And I've never really said that for a Dallas game. Now, have I? I kind of tells you how I feel about these. How I feel about you, Falcons. All right, Matt Ryan, where's that Super Bowl ring? Oh, yeah, non-existent. It's in the air. Here, where's that run game? Oh, that's in the air, too. Ooh, I honestly believe, I don't think think that this Falcons team is going to be anything special anytime soon. Unless they run the football and unless they actually realize the talent that they have. But they might be able to forget it. Hey, who knows? I'm going with the Cowboys on this one. I think they get it done. And I trust that. Alright, now we get into the game that's going to put my prediction in of the 49ers and the Giants. It's how can I put this? Having the Giants go into San Francisco and my prediction of the 49ers going 0-16, I legitimately think that this 49ers team is going to go 0-16, and if Eli can remember this as a former postseason matchup, I don't care what he has to do to get it done. And I honestly think that if Eli actually shows up, doesn't throw a pick, who knows? Maybe they'll bring in a backup. Maybe Geno Smith starts. Or maybe that will wake up Eli. Who knows? Honestly, if the Giants don't win this one, I really doubt them. I really think that this might be the worst team in the NFL if they lose to the 49ers. And the schedule really doesn't help them. Because after this, they got the Chiefs, the Redskins, the Raiders, the Cowboys, the Eagles, the Cardinals, and the Redskins again. And I really, I don't know. This will be the one time that I picked. This will probably be the first time in a while that I actually picked the Giants. And the reason I say that is because I honestly, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I've trusted the Giants, I really have sometimes in the past, but this year they've made it really hard for me to believe that they can actually get it done. And they're supposed to have a really good wide receiver core. Where's that wide receiver core? Or everybody's on the IR. Or honestly, Giants, I think they get it done. I really hope they do. Then you go ahead, you got the Pats and the Broncos, and honestly, folks, like I said, the Broncos defense gave up 51 points to the Eagles last week. I don't think that this team is back to where it was. I really think that they need a better quarterback right now. Trevor Siemian, you do not deserve to be starting right now, man. And I'm going to say it like that. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Patriots get it done. And I think Brady's just going to pick apart this defense again. And I really do think that, this Broncos team, they're falling apart defensive-wise, especially when you give up 51 points. I don't really think that, since that happened, I don't really think last week, I think that's still in the back of their minds. I think that sticks with them. I'm going to go ahead, like I said, I got the Patriots winning this one. And then Monday night, and again, folks, Panthers, Dolphins, Panthers are home. If I pick the Dolphins, the Panthers might win. Honestly, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say the Panthers win. If the Dolphins wind up winning this game, I am going to fly to Carolina. And I'm going to tell Cam Newton that he is not an MVP anymore. Honestly, it has been ridiculous this year with the Panthers. I mean, literally, is this team like a lot of people are going to turn around, they're going to say, oh, well, it's not Cam Newton's fault. Well, yeah, they're 6-3 right now. And honestly, a lot of people said that the Falcons and the Panthers were going to be the two teams that are fighting for the top. Yeah, I don't really see it because right now, at the top of that division, it's the Saints. And the Saints lost Adrian Peterson, they lost Brandon Cooks, they lost everything. Saints are supposed to be rebuilding. So, yeah, you guys want to explain that one to me? Who knows? Alright, guys, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to turn it over to two songs real quick. And then I'm going to come back, and we're actually going to talk about something that I honestly think is going to get everybody into it. Hey, guys, I'll spoil it. Hey, guys, we're actually going to turn around. We're going to talk about the worst team possibly this year. Who's going to be the worst team this year in the NFL? So, guys, make sure you guys stay tuned. We are definitely going to have some more fun coming up. So, yeah. Like I said, guys, stay tuned. You are listening to Wkcv, the voice of Keystone College. I really gotta get this stuff out. Alright guys, if you guys got any questions, by all means ask them. I might go grab a drink of water real quick. Oh, it's train. I was looking at Queen. I'm an idiot. Train. Drops in Jupiter. Alright guys, I'm actually gonna go do that. I'm gonna go grab a drink of water real quick. Hey, I'll be right back. Damn, I don't need... Alright, coming back. I do the Cam Newton better than Cam Newton. That's gonna rage a lot of people. Well, if I turn around, I feel like if I turn around and I say something like that, I feel like just everybody's gonna get mad. You're gonna be like, "You idiot," and I'm gonna be like, "Thank you." It's just like, I'm just gonna be like, thank you. Alright, so I said 3 teams. Do I want to toss the Bucks in there? What's the rest of the Bucks schedule look like? I'm not weird, shut up. I'm kidding. Yep. Fitzy's starting. Jameis was hurting with a shoulder. Or injury. I think that shoulder injury is, ouch, my shoulder hurts and I'm really doing shitty this year. Somebody help me. Dear God. I'm having fun tonight, guys. Oh yeah, that's right. They were supposed to be off this week. Alright. My bad. Jets, Dolphins, Falcons. It's Packers. Wow. Packers, Lions. Falcons. Panthers. Don't ask. I'm bored right now. A little bit. And actually, with this, can I work on it? Damn, alright. Nope, it wouldn't work on here. Alright, give me 2 seconds, Facebook. I'm actually just gonna scroll down real quick. Okay. Alright, it was just bus information. Don't worry about it, guys. Ah! My hands. I don't know. I'm just... How can I put it? This week for sports has just been... It's been interesting. It has. I think I'll talk about basketball next after this football segment. Grab some Jupiter, baby. Look at stats too. I'm actually gonna get team stats. Antonio Brown, best receiver in the NFL. There we go, baby. Yeah. NFL position. I wouldn't mind looking at the NFL stats. This is where ESPN comes into play. Matthew Berry, love hate. Oh, whoop. NFL stats. I love stats. All-time weekly stacks. Team statistics. Total offense. See, the worst team is at Chicago. Oh man, what's up, guys? All right, here we go. There we go. Points per game, or points allowed, I guess you could say. Total point. Alright, gotta get this football underway. Here we go. I got 10 seconds. I can really also set up for the next one. Alright. WKCV, the voice of Keystone College. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Sports Talks here on WKCV, the voice. It's like I said, of Keystone College. And guys, I posed a question earlier on Facebook, and I said, and I asked, and this is honestly, this literally could be a legitimate question now. Who is the worst team right now, and who's probably going to finish the worst in the NFL? And honestly, folks, it's really a toss-up between three teams. And like, you probably wouldn't be saying this at the beginning of the year, or had you looked at the depth charts, had you really just looked at everything, especially when one of the teams is probably with one of the best receivers in the NFL, and then they had like a good secondary receiver, and everything just fell apart for that team. And folks, if you don't know what I'm talking about, folks, I'm talking about the Giants. And then you had one team who had an amazing draft, like drafted Deshaun Kaiser or Jabril Peppers, and they also drafted Myles Garrett, who was projected to be really good, but then Garrett was hurt, and everything just went down. And if you don't know what I'm talking about there, I'm talking about the Browns. And then you got the 49ers, who literally, that's all I need to say. Hey, you got the 49ers. And we all know that they are in a complete, absolute rebuilding in this year. And I do not blame anybody for just turning around and thinking, and that these three teams right now, I mean, Giants, they are 1-7. And Browns have yet to win. They're 0-8. San Francisco, they're doing a little bit worse. They're 0-9. I really should have reversed that and said that the Browns doing a little bit better, 0-8. But it's done. It's over. And guys, I'm honestly, the debate that I want to have right now is who I think is probably the worst team in the NFL. Who's probably going to finish worse? And guys, right now I'm looking at one, the stats, the points allowed, and I'm also looking at the remaining schedule. Now, two of these teams face off this week. It can honestly determine everything. But I look at the schedules, and honestly, I think the team with the worst schedule, honestly, I would have to probably say I either have to go with the 49ers or I have to go with the Giants because literally, you look at the remaining schedule. Well, these three schedules are not easy for any of these teams. It's because you have all right, here, we'll start off with the Giants, and we'll work our way down. Giants remaining, they have the 49ers. They got the 49ers, Chiefs, East, Redskins, Raiders, Dallas, is Philadelphia, Arizona, and Washington. They got Washington twice. Honestly, I think they can handle Washington. I really think that, the Giants can actually do really well this year. Or I definitely think that Washington is going to be a team that they can pick apart, and they have in the past. Kansas City, that's one of the top teams in the AFC. I really think that that they're probably going to have a little bit of a struggle. Oh, but then again, and they somehow beat Denver. Or in Denver, and that's saying a lot right there. Or Dallas, I'd have to see. Zeke is on that suspension. It is confirmed. He actually is going to take the suspension, and I honestly think that they need to, think about the actual suspension. And, a lot of players, they make a big deal out of it, in my opinion. They turn around, it's like, oh, you're suspended 6 games. Make an appeal. Well, you're missing 6 games. You're not missing half the season, folks, all right? Half the season, and you're missing 8 games. Don't appeal it. Only appeal it if you're going to miss, a full year. Or if you know you did it wrong, just be like, all right, I accept the penalty. I understand everything. I'll miss this amount of time. Take your punishment. Come on. Has any kid not been told, if you do the crime, do the crime, do the time. I guess that's how it goes. Yeah, it's something like that. But still, every kid has been told that. So, let's be real. Let's be grown-ups about it. Make examples. You get suspended. Hey, don't be like, I'm gonna appeal this, because honestly, you wouldn't do that in school. Come on. Anyway, hey, back to what I was saying, and back to what the Giants have, and honestly, they got the Raiders also coming up. And again, another team that I think is going to be really tough for the Giants. It's to deal with, and again, and same thing with Arizona. And honestly, if they turn around and you look at it, guys, do you really think that these teams could actually, make an impact? Do the Giants really stand a chance? And honestly, I don't really think it. I don't necessarily think that they have a chance. I definitely think that they're going to get a good draft choice, but I think the remaining schedule is just going to be too nasty for them. I really think that they actually do have a chance against Washington a couple times, but honestly, I don't know what the light of day would be for the Giants. And I'm sorry, Giant fans. As I know my grandfather and my great-grandfather is probably rolling in his grave right now because he bleeds big blue, folks. Anyway, but then you turn around and you look at the Browns. Browns, obviously, they were off last week, so thank God, Brown fans, you didn't have to, go through another off week of just absolute embarrassment. And who knows, maybe that was a wake-up call, but honestly, it's not going to be easy for y'all going forward. You got Detroit, Jacksonville, Cincinnati. You got the Chargers, you got the Packers, you got the Ravens, you got the Bears, and you got the Steelers. To wrap up the season. And honestly, guys, I think that the Browns definitely have the favorite schedule out of all this. Not they have a really good schedule coming up. I think they definitely have a lot of teams that they can definitely beat. I definitely think they can hold their own against Chicago. I definitely think they can hold their own against Los Angeles. I definitely think that they can do a lot of damage against them. And who knows, maybe even against the Bengals, because the Bengals, like I said, they're also down on their luck this year. So I definitely think that they can hold their own, even though Cincinnati did beat them 31-7 in last time. But, Steelers, obviously, we know who's going to win that game. And, Steelers doing their backups last year against the Browns. And the Browns couldn't even beat them. Come on. Let's be real, folks. All right. Hey, honestly, I think that the Browns probably had the more favorite schedule. I don't think that the Browns are going to be, the worst team in the NFL this year. I really don't. I think the Browns definitely have a huge, advantage in terms of the Giants and the 49ers. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say that the Browns, I don't think they finished with the worst record in the NFL. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to say the Browns get it done and get a couple of wins. Who knows? I don't think they'll go 0-16 this year. Then we look at the 49ers, and folks, this schedule is a little bit favorite, but at the same time, it's literally most of it is home, but the games that are on the road are definitely games that are going to be intimidating to watch. And you got, honestly, and I still have my opinion going. I'm not going to change my pick. I do think that the 49ers are going to go 0-16, even though there is no Deshaun Watson in Houston, even though there's no, J.J. Watt in Houston. I really think that they don't really stand a chance against Houston. And I mean, they made that decision when they turned around and they said, "Oh, Garoppolo, you're not playing this season." Like, come on, you picked up a good quarterback who can be a backup up at any point for any other quarterback. But in San Francisco, he's not a backup. All right, that's not a backup. That's a starter. Or you pick up someone like Garoppolo, that's a starter, folks. That's not someone you turn around and say, "Nope, I'm not going with him." So who knows? All right, guys. Wow, what am I saying? And actually, yeah. All right, guys. So this is the remaining schedule for them. This week they got the Giants, and then they got a bye week. So who knows? Maybe they regroup. Well, but honestly, you can't necessarily regroup when the team that you got to face next week, the week after your bye week, is Seattle. So good luck sleeping on that, 49ers. Whereas you got Seattle, you got San Francisco taking on the Bears, then you got the Texans, Titans, and Jags, and then you got the LA Rams to pretty much wrap up the entire season. And I don't really see the 49ers picking up the win this year. Or honestly, guys, out of these three teams, the Giants, the Browns, and the 49ers, the team that I think, honestly, is going to have the worst year, hands down, it has to be the 49ers. Because you also look at, like, the points allowed on defense. And you got Cleveland only allowing, on the entire season, Cleveland has allowed 202. Giants have allowed 207. And then you got the 49ers who have allowed 239, folks. 239 of points. It's honestly, folks, that is, I don't really think that is reasonable. I don't really think that they really, and that's second to worst. First, you want to know who the worst team is in the NFL on points allowed? It's Indianapolis. And Indianapolis at least has 3 wins. So, I mean, yeah, Indianapolis has given up a lot of points, but they've actually held their own. You know what I'm saying? And so I definitely think that it's going to be interesting to see this year. I definitely think that the 49ers are probably going to go 0-16. I'm not even going to hold back on that. So I'm thinking that that's literally my opinion. And guys, it's a case of like this team has been in rebuilding for so long that it's ridiculous. I really think that these two teams are going to literally face off, or I really think that, yeah, for the 49ers and Giants, and it really is going to be a battle of who wins the basement. So, who knows? All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead one more time, turn it over to probably two songs. Might be 1 or 2. I'm leaning more towards 2. So, yeah, like I said, I'm going to turn it over to 2 songs. And, guys, I will talk to you guys in a little bit where we're going to talk about a little bit of basketball. Also, guys, stay tuned. This is Wkcv, the voice of Keystone College. What do you guys think? Should I turn in one more song? 7:48. Yeah, I could turn in one more song. Longer than 5 minutes. Yeah, I can turn one song on. We'll go Roll Up. Alright, yeah, we'll go with 2 songs. Why not? 2 quick songs. Alright, so NBA, we'll go standings. We'll go stats. Alright, and I gotta talk, player stats. Giannis. 10.2. How's Westbrook doing on rebounds? Is he averaging a triple-double again? There we go. Where are you, Russ? There you are. It's 20 point. 20 points a game. Assists. Alright, so he's like 0.7 off of a triple-double. Ooh, I can do it by rookies. Yeah, baby. Run it. Yeah, baby. Don't ask. Lori marketing. Yo, LeVar Ball. Where's your kid? Where is he? Where's Lonzo? He's 13th in rookies. He's behind Malik Monk, who LeVar said he was going to be better than. He's behind De'Aaron Fox, who said that Lonzo was going to run circles around. He said that he was going to drop Dennis Smith, yet Lonzo was dropped to 13th, and Dennis Smith is up in 14th, or in 4th. Then Jason Tatum, 5th among rookies. Honestly, guys, I think Ben Simmons might win Rookie of the Year. He's averaging a triple-double from the way it looks. 10 and 8. Nope, he's actually 2 assists short. So, but still, he's averaging a double-double, almost a triple-double. Oh, he's doing really well. I think Simmons wins Rookie of the Year, or as long as he stays healthy. Yeah. All right. Wow, Markelle Fultz has only played 4 games. What? Philly, what are you doing? Is he hurt? Is my dude hurt? Markelle, you hurt? You good, bro? 1 home game, 16. Is Markelle Fultz injured? He's not injured, right? NBA. I know, guys. I know what I have to talk about. Don't worry. There you are, Philly. Injuries. Whoop. Oh, he is hurt. Okay. Out indefinitely with muscular imbalance. He should be back soon. Don't worry. Still, he's doing just as good as Lonzo, and he's hurt. No, I'm playing. Oh, I'm messing. Alright, so we got the rookies there. Bucks, where you at? The Knicks are in 6th? Wow. They're gonna get eliminated in the first round if they even make the playoffs. It's like, they're not gonna have a chance. I'm sorry. I'm giving him no chance. Alright, so I'm going to talk about the Bledsoe trade, and if I think of anything else, I'll talk about it. But can't really think of it. Alright, yeah, you know what? Oh, look, I'm already on the team page. So let me go ahead. Let me pull up. Do I have stat? Can I get stats for this team? Stats. Come on, give me stats, man. There we go. Stats. Teams? No, player. Alright, here. Let me see if I can filter this. Points per game. If I can, it's no big deal. Custom filter. Couldn't tell you shit. Points per game. Or can I do it by? I do it by team. No, I can't. Damn. All right. Whatever. Whatever. Shit. Oh, no. There we go. WKCV, the voice of Keystone College, and welcome guys to the tail end of Sports Talks here on WKCV. And guys, before I go, I gotta talk about the one thing that happened in this past week while I was gone. It happened, I think it was Tuesday. Yep, it was Tuesday it happened. It made a little video on YouTube about it. Eric Bledsoe, if you guys didn't know, he said he wanted out of Milwaukee, or he wanted out of Phoenix. He wanted to go somewhere else. Well, the trade happened, and it sent an Eric Bledsoe over to the Bucks. I kind of spoiled it for Greg Monroe. And guys, honestly, this kind of helps out both teams in a sense. And it's because, honestly, the Suns, they have been looking to get rid of Tyson Chandler because you do not, honestly, a lot of times you don't necessarily want Tyson Chandler as your starting center. But at the same time, and now they have Greg Monroe to actually turn around, get in there, and actually get some minutes. Get a little bit of playing time, and they can actually probably work something out for Tyson Chandler in terms of the Suns. So it's definitely going to be interesting. And right now, this actually puts the Suns in complete rebuilding mode as of this trade. Because honestly, right now, you kind of gave yourself, like, I'll give it to them. They kind of gave themselves a third scoring option and rebounding option in Greg Monroe. Oh, they definitely gave themselves that. To complement Devin Booker and to complement Josh Jackson. But really, it's a case of, like, that's three pieces that really kind of need to start clicking together. And I don't really think that they're going to be able to, because obviously the focal point of that team is going to be building around Devin Booker. And you can't really, like, just turn around and say, all right, here's Dragon Bender, Greg Monroe, Josh Jackson, go win us a chip. You can't really say that. Because honestly, I think they need a lot more pieces to go in. I think they definitely need like another point guard to complement Booker, because once Booker starts going off in games, teams are going to start double teaming him. They're going to turn around. They're going to start leaving guys open that they can actually afford to leave open. And I'm not poking fun at anyone, such as like an Alex Len, such as a Brandon Knight, TJ Warren, Tyler Ulis, guys like that. When in reality you can't necessarily turn around. You'll obviously yes, Greg Monroe, he is 6'11". He definitely can go up there. He's not going to be able to go up against someone such as an Anthony Davis. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be able to go up against like a DeMarcus Cousins, like a Karl-Anthony Towns, but he definitely could turn around and do some damage against someone such as the Warriors, because obviously that center position, we all know how that's going to go. But then again, and Warriors might turn around. They might put Draymond on Greg Monroe to deal with that mismatch. But honestly, it's going to be interesting to see how the Suns team really kind of rebuilds itself after the Bledsoe trade. Because honestly, I think that trading away Bledsoe, do I think it was a win for the Suns? Honestly, it was a win in terms of helping them rebuild. But at the same time, I don't really think it was a win in terms of, like just getting rid of possibly a top 15, top 13 point guard in the NBA. So I definitely think that, the Suns didn't necessarily lose this trade, but they didn't necessarily win it. You know what I'm saying? And so, I mean, it's definitely going to be interesting to see how the Suns team turns around. They want to play it. Hey, because right now they are in 14th, or no, they are in 13th, my bad, in the Western Conference. So it's definitely going to be interesting to see how they play out. But who knows? Who knows? But speaking of the counter team that actually did receive Mr. Eric Bledsoe in the trade, it was the Bucks, guys, like I said. And honestly, it kind of completes this team in a sense, because if you look at the team right now, you got Giannis, who's honestly probably going to be the MVP this season. All right, I'm going to say it like that. He's probably going to be the MVP. You truly can turn around and look at it and be like, Giannis getting an MVP, and then he's going to have pretty much Chris Middleton, who they can throw at the 2 guard, or shift him over to that, or pretty much shift him to small forward, put Giannis at the power forward position, start Thon Maker at the center position, but again, there is going to be a little bit of controversy when Jabari Parker comes back. And honestly, it definitely does open up a lot for this Bucks team. Yes, right now they are in 12th at 4-6, but it's the Eastern Conference. Anything, and I mean anything, can happen, folks, in that Eastern Conference. Literally, I never thought I'd say this. The Nets probably have a chance. All right, the Brooklyn Nets probably have a chance in the Eastern Conference. That's how bad that conference is. And it's not picking on the team, but I really think that with this addition of Eric Bledsoe, I think that this really does, like I said, it pick up the team. I think that Malcolm Brogdon can actually turn around. He can get shifted over to the small or shooting guard position, and definitely when Jabari comes back, like I said, they're definitely going to have some weapons off the bench to turn around and use on this Bucks team, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Honestly, I think that with this addition of Bledsoe, I think it really does add up, and I really think that this team definitely has become a favorite now. With, like I said, the addition of Bledsoe, making them a favorite now in the NBA, and it definitely is going to be interesting to see how this team performs. Obviously, when Bledsoe first joins the team and they start playing together, I think their next game is actually going to be tomorrow. That Bledsoe debuts for the Bucks, if I'm correct. Yeah, from the way it looks, he's actually probably going to be debuting Saturday. Nope, he's actually debuting tomorrow night against the Spurs, so that's kind of a welcome to the Bucks, if you can do say, going against one of the best teams in the NBA. So honestly, I think that this trade, really did favor the Bucks a lot, because it definitely gave them another weapon into whether they want to use off the bench. Honestly, I don't think they're going to use Bledsoe off the bench, but definitely a lot. They definitely did, go with a lot of options, and honestly, to help them out, like I said, when Jabari comes back from injury and everything. So, it's definitely, it's going to be interesting to see, guys. So, all right, guys. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I appreciate it as always, guys. That's going to do it for me. Guys, I am going to be going live next weekend. It is going to be the show before Thanksgiving, so I'm going to be live next week, and then I will be off Thanksgiving week. So, like I said, guys, make sure you tune in next week. Who knows? The Giants might have won another game. The 49ers could have possibly proven me wrong. Who knows? But nonetheless, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of the day. Hope you guys have a great night. And, guys, I will talk to you guys next week. Later, guys. Alright, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, guys, I appreciate it. I really do. Guys, I will... gotta lower that. My bad. Hey, guys, I will talk to you guys later. YouTube, I'm going to sign out with you guys first. Let me know what you guys thought about this angle, because I got... Okay, so real quick, I have YouTube, Facebook, you guys don't see this. I have YouTube leaned up against the mics, and they're actually facing this way. They're actually facing in a diagonal. So, honestly, whoops. Didn't turn on assist. That's my fault. But yeah, YouTube. Let me know what you guys think. YouTube, have a great rest of the night, guys. I'll talk to you guys, probably Sunday. because I got to give you guys my final NFL predictions again. So, yeah. All right. YouTube, I'll talk to you guys later.